Let's get right into it. Number 10. Step into a crowded place and suddenly, you're not just you're the main character in some secret documentary. Your brain flips a switch, cue the invisible soundtrack, and every little thing you do starts to feel important. Maybe you walk into a coffee shop and the way you order feels like it's being judged by a hidden panel. You check your hair in the window, and for a second, you wonder if some stranger is about to narrate your morning routine. Truth is, most people around you are too busy being the main character in their own movie to notice yours. But your brain loves drama, so it makes you hyper aware, scanning for audience reactions that honestly aren't even happening. Suddenly, every awkward trip, every weird sneeze feels like it's being broadcast on national TV. The main character syndrome isn't about wanting to be famous, it's just your mind's way of coping with the awkwardness of crowds. Deep down, everyone feels a little extra weird when they're surrounded by a bunch of strangers. So, next time you feel the imaginary cameras rolling, just remember, everyone's too busy starring in their own show to care about yours.
Number 9. Ever noticed how you start copying people in a crowd without even thinking about it? Someone yawns, you yawn. Someone checks their phone, suddenly you're checking yours too. No notification, just pure copycat mode. That's your brain's ancient monkey see, monkey do setting firing up. Back in the day, copying others probably kept you alive. If everyone ran from the giant animal, you'd better run too. Now, it's just as strong, but instead of tigers, it's stuff like mimicking someone's laugh or matching their energy at a party. Sometimes you even start speaking in the same accent as the group you're with, and only realize later when you're home alone. It's not about being unoriginal, it's just that blending in makes you feel safe, even if it means ordering bubble tea when you secretly want black coffee. The best part? Nobody really notices. Everyone else is too busy copying somebody else. It's like an invisible loop, the whole crowd syncing up, nobody sure who started what. Next time you find yourself mirroring the crowd, don't stress. It's just your inner monkey making sure you belong.
Number 8. Picture this. You're in a crowded street and someone drops their bag. Stuff goes everywhere. You want to help, you're sure someone should, but somehow you just freeze. You look around and realize everyone else is just standing there, doing the exact same awkward shuffle. Your brain starts running the calculation. Should I be the hero, or is someone else already on it? The more people around, the more everyone waits for someone else to make the first move. It's not that you don't care, it's just that group pause bug. Scientists call it the bystander effect. Your good intentions get stuck in traffic while your body hits standby mode. If just one person jumps in to help, suddenly everyone snaps out of it and joins in. Until then, it's a room full of statues, all hoping not to be the main character. So next time you catch yourself hesitating, remember, even a small step breaks the freeze for everyone.
Number 7. You ever find yourself fake laughing at a joke that just isn't funny? Like, not even a little? Maybe it's your boss's story about their dog, or someone at a party with a punchline so weak it could use a protein shake. Still, you let out that polite, slightly too loud, huh, huh, and nod like you totally get it. Why? Because everyone else is doing it, and no one wants to be the odd one out. The pressure is real. The more people laugh, the more you feel you have to join in or risk looking like a robot sent to study human behavior. It's social glue, honestly. Fake laughs smooth over awkward silences and keep the group vibe rolling. But the side effect is sometimes nobody's actually enjoying the joke, we're all just running the same fit-in software. Deep down, you wish you could just roll your eyes, but your mouth is busy playing along. Next time you're in a sea of polite giggles, notice how contagious it is. Even the eye rollers end up chuckling. So if you ever fake laugh and feel weird, relax. You're just a normal person surviving the social jungle.
Number 6. Isn't it weird how the second you see a whole group doing something wild, suddenly you're ready to jump in too? You'd never start the conga line alone, but if 5 people get up, you're right there swinging your arms like nobody's watching.
The fear just melts away when the crowd's with you, like they hand you a get out of awkwardness free card. It's not about wanting attention, it's just your brain flipping the safety switch from solo panic to herd courage. That's how people end up singing at karaoke, joining crazy group selfies, or even dancing in public. Stuff they'd never try by themselves. Even if you're usually shy, the pack energy infects you. One minute you're hiding in the corner, next minute you're leading the chicken dance. There's actual science behind it. When everyone's in, the risk feels way less real, so you loosen up and go for it. The crowd is basically your permission slip to act braver, dumber, and way happier than you'd ever be solo. Most times, you'll laugh at yourself later, but secretly, those are the moments you'll remember. Sometimes all it takes is a herd of brave sheep to make you the boldest version of you.
Number 5. There's something about a crowd going wild that just flips a switch in your brain. One minute you're minding your own business, the next you're jumping, yelling, or waving your arms because everyone else is. It could be a concert, a football game, or even a midnight sale. When mob mode hits, logic just packs its bags and leaves. The energy is electric, but so is the chaos. You'll high-five total strangers and shout things you'd never say at home. If someone starts to chant, suddenly you're shouting along, even if you have no idea what the words mean. The rules of normal life just don't apply. People climb statues, crowd surf, or do conga lines in the middle of traffic. It's all fun until the crowd turns. Then excitement can tip into panic or mess in seconds. That's the double-edged sword of mob mode. It brings out wild joy, but it can also make good people act out of character. Next time you're swept up in the madness, remember, the crowd is powerful, but your brain is still yours. So enjoy the ride, just don't let mob mode steer your ship off the rails.
Number 4. Ever notice how being around a super hyped crowd makes you feel hyped too, even if you were tired 2 minutes ago? It's like catching a cold, but instead of sniffles, you catch excitement, nerves, or even straight up joy. One person starts laughing, and suddenly the whole room is giggling, even the grumpy guy in the corner. Yawns, sighs, eye rolls, they all spread like tiny emotional Wi-Fi signals. It's called emotional contagion, and your brain is wired to soak up the vibes, good or bad. That's why if your friends are stressed, you feel tense, but if they're chill, you relax right along with them. Crowds at concerts, protests, or weddings, all it takes is a few people feeling a certain way and boom, the mood infects everyone. Sometimes you don't even notice it happening, but suddenly you're swept up in the group energy. It's not just hype. Sadness and anger can spread just as fast, so choose your crowds wisely. So next time you catch a vibe, just know your brain's running its own social Bluetooth, automatic sync mode. Number 3. Ever catch yourself saying or doing something just because everyone else is, and then realize, wait, is that even me? That's the magic and the curse of blending in too well with a crowd. You start the day rocking your own vibe, but somewhere between high and group lunch, you're mirroring everyone's slang, taste, even the way they laugh. One minute you're craving black coffee, but everyone's hyped for bubble tea, so guess who's sipping pearls? Even the way you dress starts to morph. Hoodie squad on Monday? You're in. Button up Wednesday? Suddenly you're tucking in your shirt. It's not about being fake, it's just your brain running that old don't stand out program, safety and sameness. But blend in too much, and it's easy to lose sight of what actually makes you, you. That's why sometimes you go home, look in the mirror, and feel like a knockoff version of yourself. The trick is to ride the crowd wave without erasing your own flavor. Next time you feel yourself fading, toss a little you back into the mix. Crowds are cooler with real people anyway. Number 2. There's something magical about being surrounded by a crowd that suddenly gives you extra confidence. Like, would you ever scream your lungs out at a concert if you were the only one there? Nope. But with thousands of people doing the same, you're practically a rock star. No stage fright, just pure hype. The bigger the group, the less you worry about embarrassing yourself because everyone else is just as loud and wild.
That's crowd confidence. You feel safe in numbers, so you do stuff you'd never dare solo. You dance like nobody's watching, even though everyone is, because you're one blurry face in the sea. Sometimes you even feel invisible, like nothing can go wrong when the whole tribe's with you. It's awesome, but it's sneaky too. You might take risks or shout things you'd regret if it was just you. So, yeah, crowds turn up your courage dial, but don't let them switch off your common sense. Next time you're vibing with the mob, enjoy the confidence boost. Just keep one foot on the ground.
Number 1. Let's be real. Blending in with a crowd is way easier than standing out. But if you want to stay true to yourself, it starts with noticing when you're just echoing everyone else. Ask yourself, am I ordering this just because the squad is, or do I actually want it? Tiny acts of rebellion count. Rock those weird socks. Laugh at your own jokes. Bring that homemade lunch. Remember, being part of a group doesn't mean erasing your quirks. It's about sharing them. When the crowd starts going wild, take a second to check your "why am I doing this" meter. If the vibe isn't right, it's cool to step back. Nobody gets voted off the island for saying no. You don't have to be loud or dramatic. Just quietly true to yourself is enough. Most of the time, people will actually respect your realness, and some will even feel inspired to do the same. So be you, even in the crowd, especially in the crowd. That's what makes the group worth joining.
So yeah, turns out being in a crowd messes with your brain in some pretty wild ways. From main character syndrome to the weird confidence boost and all those fake laughs, we're all just trying to figure it out together. But here's the thing, those quirks don't make you weird, they just make you human. And honestly, the world's a lot more fun when nobody's acting like a robot. If you want more deep dives into the glitches and bugs in your brain, hit that subscribe button and join the crew. Trust me, it's way more fun when we're all a little weird together. See you in the next one.